Here, welcome back, all of you people who have been missing for a while. Welcome to the November. Also, I would like to introduce a change in the board. Ron agreed to step in for this meeting. Welcome back. Okay, just to click through a couple items real fast. Bowls of Hope. I'm going to be contacting WHAM and seeing when they can come pick them up. The 15th is supposed to be the cutoff date, so if you have any that are about ready, please kick them out quick, because we need to get them over there for Bowls of Hope.
You forgot to approve the minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Deb.
Yeah.
Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as written from October 10th? Debbie and Marie.
Whatever you know. All right.
Thank you. Thanks, Deb. I need help being kept in line. Okay. I just want to mention that we've had some changes in committee leads this year, and they're still shuffling. And we are still looking for a committee lead for our social committee. And Glora has decided to step down. She's got a lot of stuff on her plate family-wise. So when Lori Budd returns on the 25th, she will be taking that position. And if you have any questions or would like to know about committees, please let us know. We're happy to inform you and let you know what is available for you. Okay, some business here. We have a roller that has issues, and our wonderful Mike Deal has repaired and replaced and rebuilt. The thing is that it's just getting old and tired. And to fix it is going to be $637. And we believe we can replace it for $999. Which really, at $999 we're okay, we don't really have to have a vote. But I would like to take a vote anyway, just in case it went a few dollars over $1,000, so we don't have to come back and ask for that. So I'm going to say, do I need to motion that too? Yeah. Do I hear a motion to take a vote? Oh, Pam and
Judy. Savage.
Yeah. Okay. So with that motion, I would like to take a vote that you approve $1,200 maximum to replace that roller. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I should
Just
have
ask for no's.
Are there any no's? It's unanimous. Replace it. Thank you, guys. Hopefully it won't be that much anyway, but I just, rather than having to come back and ask again, I just like to have it out there, and I always want you to know what we're doing, not just surprise you with a new roller. Yes?
Those things break all the time. Is there like a different slab roller?
This one, how
Odette was questioning if there's another brand of slab roller that maybe is a little sturdier than that.
There are other brands, although you can expect to pay $2,500 for a North Star or Brent slab roller. They're quite a bit more expensive. The ones we have actually work really well. What's nice about the ones we have is they're all the same, so you can walk up to anyone, you know right what to do right now. They do have some parts that wear out, but I'll tell you what, I think we would wear out any brand we brought in here. That is the most highly used piece of equipment in the club. If you just watch it for an hour, it gets used 100 times. The really most important, well, I'm on it, I'll keep going. The most important thing to keep in mind when using the slab rollers is go slow. What really wears them out fast is when you're doing this with the adjustment wheels. This force here really wears them out fast. So when you turn the wheels, turn them slow and take your time, and they'll last longer that way. Anyway, we're doing the best we can to keep them going, but there's no easy way out. It's expensive no matter how we cut the mustard.
How old is that one?
That one I rebuilt 3 years ago, so it's probably 6 or 7 years old. We replaced the end plates on this one we're replacing 3 years ago. But those end plates need to be replaced again, and there's several other parts that have worn out that we need to replace. And that's what drove the cost up to $650 roughly. on repair parts this time. And so there you go.
Thank you, Mike. Either a new one or invest in duct tape. Okay, the sympathy cards, I just wanted to bring that up. We have had a person allocated to put out the cards when somebody falls and hurts themselves or has something happen in their family life that we all would like to acknowledge. Rather than designating a person, because it's really hard, you know, they need to go out of town and do things and they have their own life too. We are going to keep a stack of those cards at the monitor desk. If there's a board member around, we're happy to put them out, or if you know of someone, just ask the monitor to pull the cards out. You can shuffle through them and put one out for whomever that would be in the club. Yes, Pam?
It's also helpful, whoever puts the card out, to put the address on there, so it's kind of stamped, so it's ready to mail. And also I would suggest putting, to put the address on the card, especially if it's somebody that you're, you know, and you can get the address from one of the board members if you don't have the address. Plus, on the note, this is for so-and-so, you know, whatever, put the date. Because we don't need to leave it there for 3 weeks. Just put the date so that it goes out after a week.
Thank you, Pam. Yeah, just a little note about what the card's about. And we'll keep stamps in the drawer. And if you have the address, put it on. If not, contact the board member and we'll get the address for you. Okay.
Lynn, do you want donations on the cards? I've got a big box full.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That would be great. Get Well and Sympathy are the ones that we want more times than not.
Did you get Linda Johnson?
Right here.
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
We'll get her.
Another thing worth mentioning is our exempt status. We have people who, again, there's permanent exempt and there's temporary. For an example, if it's somebody who's losing their eyesight, chances are they're not going to get better, right? Okay, so that's considered a permanent exempt. That means they don't have to do their 16 service hours. To keep a locker, they still have to do 24 visits to keep their locker, but they would not have to do any service hours. Temporary is when somebody falls and breaks a knee or something like that. You're going to be on temporary exempt until you're healed. Better to go back out and do your service hours. Now, starting in January, we are going to reset our system so all the temporary exempts will go off of the system because we have people that have been in temporary exempt for a year and a half or 2 years. And so that we can just kind of clean that up and know what your status is. You're gonna have to just reapply in January. If you're still having issues, no problem. We'll take care of you. It's not like, no, you can't be there anymore. But there may be some people out there that should be permanent exempt that we don't know about. And then other people, we've had people email us back because Linda sent out an email to a few people and they go, I'm fine, I'm doing my hours all right. So, and I approached one the other day, I said, oh, I forgot to put you on exempt. And she goes, I have my hours done the first half of the year, don't worry about me. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know, if you are in exempt status, that will be wiped out January 1st, so you need to reapply. If you're permanent exempt, no worries, you're covered. And a letter has been sent out to that handful of people that are permanent exempt, so they know who they are. Okay, and next up we'll have Deb with the financials.
Morning. Our basic total money available is $71,554.53, with $328.22 of interest accrued but not yet deposited on our CDs. Our CDs mature on December 9th, so we'll be looking at that at the beginning of next month. Breakdown, checking is $5,881.49. Savings, $12,503.02. CD1 is $10,634. CD2 is $21,268.01, and CD3 is the same, $21,268.01. Our initial investments earlier this year were $10,000, $20,000, and $20,000. So we've just been able to roll over all that interest back into the CDs, and the reason that they are split that way is if something should happen and we need to pull a CD out that we don't have enough money, we would only lose the interest on the one CD that we had to pull, rather than having all 50,000 in the same CD. And that's thanks to Betty Cool, who recommended us to do that, so. Okay.
Very good. Thanks, Deb. And Patty, did you have anything you want to say? And not to put you on the spot, you don't have to.
Say hello.
Okay.
Hello. So, yeah, I'm following up for Ron, and he gave me, he had about 1 hour to explain everything to me, but I know everybody's gonna chip in and help me do this job to the best of my ability, and basically doing the purchasing and making sure the tools are available for you, and I hope I do a really good job, because I just adore all of you and love this club. It has changed my life, and I'm just the best people in the world. So I hope if you have any questions, or you need me to order something, right? I'm the person to do that. We might be ordering a new coffee pot, I think.
Thank you, Patty, welcome.
They were getting a new coffee cup.
Norma had donated her coffee pot, and it might be near end of life, but we have another one we can use.
It's only 60 years old. Try.
Oh, okay. Next up, we'll just cover Linda Halliday is out. She has some personal issues right now, and we're just sending our best to her and her family. And I think most of the things that we need to cover, I covered, the exempt, permanent, and temporary. And when it's Donna's turn to talk about lockers, she'll give you the statistics that Linda generally gives us. Okay, and Norma, what have you got for us?
Okay.
We have, wow,
It works today.
yeah, it does. Okay, we have, there we go. The Wednesday morning fun has begun, and we have had fun. We've had lots of classes, including Pam's just the other day. We've done enough snowman classes to last us a year. Yeah, we had 30, 10 in each class, so there's 30 people there, plus I know we've shown them on people on the outside. Also, on the calendar, you will see that there are 2, Tuesday and Wednesday, I think it's the 26th and 27th.
Right.
And because people had requested somebody show them how to make angels, which is Cindy Gusto. And then the other one was a normal one coming up, and I don't even know what that is, something bowl.
Holy moly.
Holy
Holy
moly.
moly.
Holy moly. I don't know what that is, so don't ask me, ask someone else.
It's coming out soon.
Yeah, but other than that, that's good. We've had beginning hand building class. Debbie has one currently going, wherever she is. Yes, I see her. She's so sweaty. Anyway, all right, Noreen, do you have anything, or you want to talk later?
We'll get to know.
We'll get to Noreen.
Okay, this one.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the angel class may come up as Wednesday morning fun or special holiday
Fun class.
Holiday fun class. That'll be the
You're so
Tuesday
clever.
before. Thank you, Jude.
You're
She
so
always
cute.
saves us. Okay, and here's Betty Cool is going to give us an update on her committee and what they've got planned.
Jude, what'd you say? Okay, just making sure.
Regarding the nominating committee, I don't know who's here from it. Char, there's Gianna. Gretchen. Bridget, yeah. Laura's on it also, she's not here. We have contacted some of our more outstanding members, and they have agreed to at least run. However, nominations are still open. We do not turn names in for nominations until January meeting. Then you'll vote. The fiscal year starts in April. What we need is, if anybody is at all interested, we need to know it right away, so that we can start doing bios and that kind of thing. So if you have any interest at all in helping the club, get with me or one of the committee, and we'll see that you get the info you might need, especially if you're kind of new. The oldies all know. Norma mentioned the Wednesday morning fun, and we have class scheduled through April. I have not had one person tell me no. Isn't that wonderful? We got some interesting things coming up, and they're the second and fourth Wednesday, except for November and December. There'll only be one in December, and that's Noreen doing hearts for Valentine's Day. And we've got some interesting, you'll be seeing that Jude is real on top of all that. And I also want to thank Jude very much for all the work she puts in on these. We're in contact quite frequently and trying to get things, make sure we got it right, so you don't get false information. There was something else I was gonna say. You have a clue?
We're gonna talk about the model of.
Oh, okay, Gianna is on the committee, and we've met a couple of times and have got a couple of suggestions. I think Gianna would like to say just a few words regarding the makeup of things. I think we might have to do this on the board, but.
Yeah, well, we've discussed it amongst
Yeah.
the group.
Hold on,
And,
Jim.
I know in the past, everybody has kind of, not everybody, but a co-chair is something that they want to assign on a position. And the new way would be, like have a full-timer and a part-timer, hopefully, for one position. That way you could bring on more of the newbies or more of the part-timers, and it wouldn't be on the shoulders of all the full-timers to create. So if you're interested, contact one of us, and you can share the position. It still would have one vote, but at least two people could come together for that position and then disperse the workload however they want to.
Thank you.
No, it could be,
No, it does
the
not
model
have to.
could be 2 full-times. I think to have 2 part-times is hard because, people are gone 3 to 6 months, they're only here for 3 to 6 months, so.
Yeah.
The question was, does it have to be a full-time and part-time? No, it does not. It can be both full-time, both part-time, as long as they can cover the times all around. That would be fine.
Okay. Do we have to make a bylaws change if that passes?
We do not need to make a bylaw change. It's written in the RRMPs, and we have written in our bylaws that we can have an assistant, and it's very much the same. Only one gets voting rights, but you can have 2 people working at it.
This
So,
way it's on
we're
the
set.
front end, instead of getting the position and then having to find your helper on the back end.
Yeah.
And getting your workload, then this is, you decide in the front and then you go in there and work the position. Yeah.
What she was saying was, this way, on the front end, who you might be able to work with. You can discuss it before you sign up for the position, and then you're not looking for someone once you're in that position. But you can do it either way. It works either way. Okay, and the names are due to the board of who's going to run for the board the next year. They're due to me on January 2nd. Then in the what is the January membership meeting? Is that the 14th? It's the January membership meeting. Pardon me? Anyway, the January membership meeting, whatever the second Thursday is of January. 9th, okay, thank you. That is the day that the nominating committee will announce everybody who's running for the board. You can have up to 2 people in each slot. And at that meeting, if you decide last minute that you're interested, somebody can nominate you, you can be put on the list if there's an opening. It does need to be done at that meeting, or if it happens right after the meeting, just so it's done before the close of that day, because the secretary has some work behind the scenes to do, and so does the nominating committee. Nominating committee basically has to vet everybody and just make sure that all is good. Okay, any questions on that one? Very good. Okay.
Can you repeat all that?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
She's gonna be great. Okay, next, Donna, what do you have for lockers?
Hi, Ron.
Did you do that last time?
Anyway, I have a little bit what Linda had told me, that we have 379 active members as of today. And there's 290 lockers, so that means there's 89 members without lockers. Some of the people don't want lockers because they don't want to be restricted to the 24 times. But if you have a locker, you have to have the 24 times or more. Thank you for already mentioning the status of the temporary medical and exemptions. And she says, not counting the brand new claim members from the beginning hand building and the test-ins, there are currently 22 with 0 service hours. So we have to kind of fit them in too, and what happens. We have 19 slots open to the end of the year for monitoring. There's one I have written down, I have a paper here. There's one that's in November 25th from 12 to 4, and the rest of them are from the 20th on to the end of the month of December. But there's a lot of times open, so like I said, there's 19 slots open. We're almost hardly any openings. I mean, there's hardly anybody who's monitoring the week of Christmas, so.
Please sign up.
If we're not signed up, if there's no monitor, we can't open, or we have to close.
Okay. Thank you, Donna. I have asked Linda Connell, poor Linda, we used the heck out of her, to see if she can open up the PMs through December. So that's the 4 to 8 shift. So since we still have so many people that need to sign up, we can double them up at night in hopes that we can keep the club open for everybody to come in and work in the evening. So I've not heard back from her, but she's magic. I think she probably will do it. Okay.
I just have another thing. I want to thank everybody that has,
I would also like to thank everybody that has done their monitoring and their times. Some have 5, 6, 7, 8 times they monitored. Really appreciate it. We've kept us open. Thank you.
Yes, really, thank you very much. Okay, next, Noreen, what do you have for us?
I just want to say that we've done a year and a half now with the new beginning hand building program, and I want to thank all the instructors that have made this program really, really good. I do need instructors, please, because I'm going to burn out the existing instructors, and then we won't have any, which means we have no new members, which means that's not a good thing. So it is not a hard program. You are not thrown into the program without education. You are trained in doing this. It's a fun time because you actually get to mold these new people that don't know anything about clay, and it's really fun. So please, if you're at all even this much interested, come see me because I can change that. Yes.
Is there any thought to giving, instead of being paid for that position, to get monitor hours or whatever?
In lieu of pay?
Of monetary, yeah. You take that one. Yeah. Everybody.
No, there hasn't been a thought of doing that, but that is an interesting thought. And I don't know if we'd have to change bylaws. I can sure check with the rec center. I don't think that would be a problem, because
Could they have a
but
choice?
I can see.
Could they have a choice?
Yeah, possibly, possibly.
Because I think, I don't think you want to just go completely all to monitoring.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it would have to be
No.
a choice.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, let me check into that. That's kind of touchy. Because, we're careful about trying to make sure that everything is equitable for teachers. You teach a 3 or 4 hour class, you're going to charge $15 for it. If you teach something new, you get X dollars for it. So Gretchen, I'm just not sure how that would work, but I will say they can always use people, extra hands.
Our teacher assists do.
Teacher assists.
Our teacher assists do get 4 monitoring credits to teach, to be for one, when they teach with one instructor. Our beginning hand building is 6 days. The teacher assist does 4 days, because we don't need a teacher assist for glazing. They get 4 monitor credits for those 4 days, 1 monitor credit for each day, and they have to complete the entire 4 days. If they only do 2 and then poo out on us, it's wiped clean. So it's an all or nothing kind of thing. And we'll be opening up the second half of next year for teacher assists in January. We'll be posting those. So if you're interested in the teacher assist to get your monitoring in and have fun too doing that, watch out for the email that June will be putting out for me, I'm sure.
And those are 4-hour classes, 4 4-hour classes.
I'm not sure what the ruling is for 2025, but if you make under $600, you do not get a form reported to the IRS. So if you're worried about having to do Mickey Mouse with your income taxes, the 2024 rate is $600, so I'm not sure what the 2025 rate would be.
Thanks, Deb. Okay, any other questions? Okay, Daphne, maybe you could clarify that these are not drawing tokens on the table.
Sorry. I'm here to talk about Raku. We are up and running, and I decided today what I would do is bring in some samples of different kinds of Raku that we do, so you've got an idea, especially the new people that are not sure what Raku is. And I think I've got a variety. I've got some that are flat, like that back there. So you can do like a flat piece. It doesn't have to be a vertical piece. And also I brought in, hold this one up here, Sue. This is one that she used stroke and coat on. So you don't necessarily have to do, the chemicals that we use with Raku. There's a couple other ones, the one over here by G. It's a combination of the chemicals as well as stroke and coat. There's also some that you back there in that last table. It could be one piece with just one color on it that you might like. That's a green, I think, Tom, isn't that what it is, the green one? Is that yours?
Yeah, I don't remember.
We can do horsehair. I brought in a sample of horsehair. They're right here. A sample of horsehair. And the other thing that, here's one that is a very elaborate Raku. We also have done firing of pieces that we have made, like this dress here. And Jerry used to teach that class, where are you? And so that was the one that I took her class from and then ended up Rakuing it. I also have Tom back there. There's another one where you can drizzle glaze on there and it makes an interesting effect. And also I wanted to say that it doesn't necessarily have to be something perfect. I've got G again, you want to hold that one up. It can be very abstract, loose. I'm one that doesn't quite do everything straight. I like to kind of do things differently. Here's one. It's just a plain cylinder that I think this is Karen's. And she just put some pieces together and put the white glaze on there and then the copper glaze. So you can do a combination that way too. Have I gotten it all? Oh, this one. This is a perfect example why you don't use B-mix. This one I did just to try to do some different things on there. We got stroke and coat, we've got some red and white and black, and here's one where I just drizzled white on and then just left it so it comes out black. And then I also have some other glazes on here, just some sample of other glazes that you can see with the different kinds of glazes that we have. So, but this one cracked. And the reason why we don't use B-Mix, because the heat, going from heat of 1850 down to, pulling it out, cooling it, it just broke. So if you decide, then we have this one back here. If you like, I like red, white, black.
Oh, that's pretty.
And a lot of my pieces are red, white, and black. And there's an example where I did the base on a form, and then I threw the top and put it on there. And then you can stamp it or whatever you want to do. So,
What is a general play? You said not B-Mix, but what else works?
WS5.
Okay.
When you sign up, you'll see that it says that we recommend WS5 because it has grog and it also has a heavier base or consistency so that it will work.
Could you explain the advantage of doing raku? My idea was always that the raku was the iridescent one that you just held up with the wire on the middle. But a lot of these look like something that would come out of the high fire.
Yes, that's true.
So what's the advantage?
I think the advantage, at least for me, was to do a different kind of firing process that you have control over, that you do yourself. Once you do something here, put the glaze on it, it goes to the kiln committee and that's the last, and however it comes out. This one, you have a process that you actually do. You actually glaze the piece, and then the next day we come out and we have a kiln that we fire up, and you put your pieces in, and then we go to 1850, you pull it out, you put it in a can with combustibles, you seal it up, and then you pull it out, and voila, it's a prize. Yeah, so that's the process of raku. And it's fun. We have a good time. We have a good time glazing, and then we all sit out there waiting for our pieces to get fired and chit-chat and whatever else, and then we have fun pulling it out, and then surprise, and it's just fun when we pull our pieces out of the can to see what everybody's got, and it's just kind of fun. Sue, did you have?
The other difference is when you actually, in the raku process itself, everything that's white, like your clay, turns black. So you don't have to really put a black on it. It turns black automatically for you. And that's a big difference too, I think.
Yeah, that's very true. So everything that's white, that's raw clay, will become black.
Are you looking at diameter? You still have, because you can only fit so many in that rack.
Right.
So when you're looking at a plate, in the past it was trying to build something up. So what's the biggest diameter that you could?
Well, we asked people to do 2 pieces. I would say that would be the biggest, whatever that is. I'm not sure what that. Did we say it size?
Go what, 12 inches in height, 6 inches in diameter.
Okay.
But you gotta get them all
Much
in
about
there
it.
for firing. How many you think on?
Yeah, well, that's true. And we normally do 2 firings, but we have done 3 firings. If there's a lot, we'll do it till it's all done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, usually. Oh, and also about flat pieces, we can prop them up when we fire them, so they don't necessarily have to lay flat, right? And sometimes we do more than 1 shelf. We'll do 2 shelves.
You've got a solution.
Yes, we do. We always have a solution. At least we try anyway. So if you have any questions about raku, we're excited on January. We've got 7 people signed up. I think we have a slot for 1 more. And then we'll be doing it in February, March, and April. And I'm not sure, I'm gone after that, so I'm not sure what Tom,
April is probably the last. By May it's too hot.
yeah. This is Tom Light. He's on the committee. Sue Bornson's on the committee, Karen Ashmore is on the committee, myself, and then we have Carol Cummins that helps us, kind of a liaison person that will come in and help us too. So, and we do mix our own glazes too, which is kind of fun if you want to learn how to mix glazes. We do that also. No, we don't need towels. We're fine with towels, thank you. Yeah, we got towels now, so we can get rid of, we got a clothesline now. And people have been bringing in those little plastic ice cream containers. We can always use those. So feel free to bring those in. And anything else, Sue or Tom? So get excited. Think about signing up. We'd love to have you. And don't be afraid of the fire.
Thanks, Daphne. And those little containers.
Sorry, one question. Are you raccooing greenware or bisque?
Bisque. Bisqueware, thank
The
you.
question is greenware or bisque to raccoo. You raccoo bisque. And as far as the little ice cream containers, even if raccoo has plenty, they're always good for beginning hand building because they teach the new people how to make their own sled. So it's really nice to have those. Thank you.
All right, we'll fight over that.
Okay, next up, Mr. Mike Peel.
Okay. I've missed the last few meetings, so I'll give you an update that covers the last few months. Just an update on the maintenance committee members, part of the committee. Tom Light, Pete Passero, Mike Duda, and myself. In August, we put new softer wheels on all of the kiln racks so that they would roll a little more smoothly on this rough floor that we have. And that seems to have helped a bit. Things were rattling a little more than we were satisfied with. So that seems to have worked out. Now in August, when it was good and hot out, I went out and rebuilt we talked about the pneumatic extruder last spring. Well, we got it rebuilt. So all of the pneumatic components are brand new. We've got an air compressor that Lucy donated to us. It's got a new cover on it. I mean, it's a full meal deal. So I also sat down and wrote a 15-page procedure to go along with that. So that's on file with the club. And now, when people start to use it, I think they'll have a good foundation to start from. So always remember safety with this machine. It's got a lot of power behind it, so treat it as such. In September, we put all new elements in kiln number 4. And then, as you may know, in October, we got a new kiln installed. So things are looking pretty good. Now, one note for everybody that uses the extruder. In the DLS, and Tom knows about this, in the DLS, just this year, I've replaced the latch twice because it was bent out of shape.
And Tom's replaced it too, I think.
Tom has replaced the latch in there many times before I got started, I know. Anyway, here's the deal. Don't do that. So here are some ideas. First of all, we've got signage in there. And so be mindful of what's going on when you're using that extruder. And if the latch is in place, before you pull, just glance up there one last time to make sure it's out of the way. Now there is an alternative. So the alternative to using the latch is to use the white plastic stand that's in there. And all you have to do is lift the handle up, put it on the stand. The stand only weighs a half a pound. It's easy for anybody to move in and into place and out of the way. And if you use that stand, you don't have to worry about bending the latch. So you have some choices. So anyway, just a thought about that. And then I mentioned on the slab roller to turn the wheels slowly. It'll really help. If you have a maintenance issue, just a reminder, the forms are right next to the circuit breakers by the monitor station. Fill it out, put it back in the kiosk, and we'll take care of it right away. And that's that. Any questions?
Yes. What time you talk about having to be certified on that machine stuff? Does it have to, do we have to have certification and then still read the 15-page? Or is that explain, does that explain it? Certification is what I.
Certification on the pneumatic extruder? Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I think we should require classes, which we do for our machines that require diligence. We require that you go to a class, you get put on a list, and that before you use it, that's verified by the monitor typically. So yes, and it's a good idea. For your own safety, I would recommend that you definitely assure that you've been to a class before you use equipment like that.
Mike?
Okay. Go ahead.
I just want to remark, I used the extruder the other day,
Yes.
and
I used the extruder the other day and the monitor is supposed to come in, excuse me, and check things out and make sure. So you have that little picture there that they're supposed to go through. And I thought that was really nice, and I just, for those of you that are using it, sometimes those monitors know nothing about the extruder. So I stood there and with her and we went through line by line and showed where the what you mean, Keith? You know, the one that turns the screws. You know, showed that so that they know exactly what they're supposed to be looking at. I mean, they can just come in and say, oh yeah, it looks good, it's clean, you know. So I thought that was really good. Thank you.
So monitor training on the extruder, that's a good one. We should assure that, go ahead.
That's already been talked about, and there's a group of people who some of our monitor trainers that are getting together with Linda, and that is one of the items that they're covering. They're identifying all the things that we are missing right now at the monitor station for training and going in more thoroughly on that. And then Merle has volunteered to go in and edit the video that we have for monitor training to include the new stuff.
I think there were some other questions.
And Mike, I have a question too.
Go ahead.
Are you willing to train that class? Wonderful. Mike has agreed.
He wants those purple envelopes.
Here's what I think. We're talking about the pneumatic extruder?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
the pneumatic extruder. Maybe the fair approach is, I'm happy to teach the first class and to teach the trainers, the future trainers.
Sure you do.
Because I know all the nuances, and we did a few updates on safety and usability. That should be part of it. But after that, I would encourage some of the members that use it regularly to step up and be our next line of trainers. How's that?
That's great. I think that's great. We have several members who have been using it for years, and that would be great if they'd be willing to maybe step up and do that. Norma, did you have a question?
I was and I'm sure the answer is yes. But in your safety rules, there are two people always have to work together.
It says that in the instructions.
Yes, it does say that in the instructions that there should be two people working the pneumatic extruder at all times. Okay, Tom.
I've used the extruder quite a bit, and I've taught how to use the extruder, and I'm willing to do that still. If somebody wants to learn how to use the extruder on the walls, I'll be glad to do it anytime that we get a class together and let me know, and I'll come in and show you how to use that extruder. The other thing that you don't know how to use are the dies. 90% of the people that use the extruder don't know how to use the dies that makes a cylinder or makes a round. They don't know how to use it, and some of them don't even know how to put the die in that makes coils. I'm willing to show all you people how to do that anytime. And so when people do try to use the extruder and put the die in that makes a cylinder, or you put it upside down and it cuts, it's a lot of problems you have with that and how to use a die. So if you want to know how to do it, I'll be glad to teach everybody how to do that. It's not a problem.
Tom, thank you so much. you've always been willing to just step up and do whatever on the extruder, you and Gretchen. We really appreciate that. Okay, next, June Holdebum. Are you hiding over here? She's shaking her head. I'm sure it's yes, not no.
I always shake my head and always come up with something at the last minute. I apologize for those that have gotten double emails recently. I will tell you, I have been having internet issues, and I don't know where it's coming from. Although we've had trouble on our own Cox network as well, internet as well. So I apologize if you get it double. If you get it double, it means the message I got on Outlook said that a few of you didn't get it. So, and I don't know who. So anyway, I just thought I'd apologize. And thank you for everyone who helps send me stuff. That's really appreciated.
Thank you, June. You have nothing to apologize for. Thank you for all you do. Okay, Mark, what do we have for safety?
I think we're good for safety, although I have noticed a few times coming in, people not getting a spotter when they're using a ladder. Surely would like to reinforce that idea. We're not getting any younger, and the majority of accidents are with ladders, so please do that. Also, if you're mixing anything like glaze, please wear a mask. You know, we can't enforce that, we can't tell you have to, but we would certainly appreciate you doing that for your own safety.
Great, good comments, Mark. Thank you very much. Okay, Gretchen, Social Committee.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank Jude as well, because she is amazing with all of her, she just does everything. She's wonderful. The sock tree, giving tree that is in the process of being set up, and I noticed there's already some socks there. I'll try to get that finished up today. The socks are donated. Please bring your socks in, new purchase socks. Yeah, not your old stinky. The donations go to First Christian Church Outreach Program, and apparently socks are really needed in this day and age. So the more socks you can donate, the better off we'll be. I'm putting, all sizes, not just children's, adults as well. I'm putting a little basket at the bottom in case we have any overflow. So tomorrow I am bringing in, I think I'm going to bring in a pumpkin pie for the birthday celebration, and it's going to be for both November and December, since December's kind of, our party is on the 15th, so that's going to take care of December. Happy hour was well attended. Our Halloween party was great. There was probably over 70 people there. And that brings me to the holiday party. It's on December 15th, 4 o'clock at Palm Ridge. The price per person is $30, with members being reimbursed at the event. If you're a no-show, we keep your money, sorry. I hope to have the sign-up sheet out tomorrow at the monitor station. You will need to we have two different main dishes, chicken marsala and beef stroganoff, so you'll need to tell us which one you want. It's a BYOB again. Water and coffee will be provided by us. And let's see what else. The end of sign-up will be December 2nd. And we do have a band that's performing still above ground. I've never heard them, but I hear they're wonderful.
They are.
Any questions on that? Who's doing the catering? Oh, the caterer, Charco's, good old Charco's. So, and we did not ask them to do the dessert. We're gonna probably get cookies and things from Safeway. We're gonna do a little bit of a variety for desserts. We might even provide some of it ourselves. I'd probably make some things, and yeah, so there'll be a good dessert display. Let's see. I'm going to put up some flyers. Jude, thank you very much again. So that's it.
Oh gosh.
It's Jude Day.
Thank you, Gretchen. Okay, Odette. Oh, sorry. Betty Lehman.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting back, but I don't think Kiln Committee has anything new to share. The same old thing for those of you that might be new. We unload and then reload and fire every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That applies to holiday weeks as well. Beware in December, 25th falls on a Wednesday. So the doors are locked, the gates are locked, there's no admittance to the facility. Plan ahead, we will not be firing on Christmas Day. That's my week. We will be firing on Monday and Friday, so that kind of stuff. Does anybody have any questions for the Kiln Committee?
I think you do an amazing job.
Well, thank you. We depend on your kindness, generosity, and recognizing that it's part of the process. What's that? Oh, patience, yeah. Anybody got patience? So, but we are a volunteer committee as well. It's not rocket science. We're more than happy, or I'll speak for myself, I'm more than happy to engage with anyone that is curious or thinking about joining that committee. I'll be hanging around a while today to see if there's leftover donuts and stuff. But please don't hesitate to approach us. We'll gladly share with you what we know, make special time to talk to you, show you what's going on. We run 3 low fire, 3 high fire kilns a day is about the maximum we do. When things get really busy, once people come back from holidays, we also have an extra low fire and high fire kiln out on the patio out back that we'll use on an as-needed basis. However, we do not do individual dedicated runs. If you're coming back from wherever you've been and you've got 15 Tupperware or Rubbermaid containers full of stuff, you'll just have to kind of ease your way into it because we don't offer that option. But it's our honor to work with you, and we appreciate all those things. Thanks.
Thanks, Betty. Did you have another question?
No, I was just gonna ask if we've had any more people volunteer to, how are we doing on that department?
Maybe we're good? No?
We could always use.
It's not like we have a magic number of we need a total of 24 people. We get service hours, and 16 is what's the minimum standard. And as a rule, we allow ourselves 4 hours each morning we load and unload. So it's easy to get 12 hours in a week when things are really busy, and sometimes it's not that long. Sometimes it's an hour, but we're always looking for people. The more people we have on the team, the fewer times we sign up to load and unload. We do work in pairs, 2 in the room at a time. Did I answer your question? Yeah, we always need people. So it just makes for a happy bunch.
And we have fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun.
Thank you. Okay, Linda Johnson, what have you got for us for glaze?
I really don't have too much, but we are noticing that a few of our glazes are different. And we attribute this to COVID and the changes in chemicals that are being used in our glazes. They don't tell us what the changes are. So if you're using a glaze and it's not working like it used to work, I'll be glad to run some test tiles. We don't want to have trouble with the kiln committee and spitting and whatever else. But I do want you to know that there are some changes in the glazes. And so just be patient. If it's something you really want to turn out very well, it might be to your advantage to do some test tiles so that you at least know kind of how they're going to turn out. But I think otherwise we're doing well. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. And that's another team that we just often overlook. They keep our glazes in good shape. They're always there, making sure they're full. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll cover for Ron. Ron is our clay purchaser. We got another 1,000 pounds of B-mix in yesterday. And then we have an order for 1,000 pounds of speckled buff that'll come in next week. We also have been using the B112. Does anybody have any comments on that?
The speckles are beautiful.
I love it. Beautiful?
It's
You like it?
It's not like the speckled buff speckles, it's kind of it's muted, but it looks silvery.
Oh.
Yes, I did a gnome, and the speckles turned out so well on that.
Yeah. It looks like glitter.
Looks like glitter.
Very good. Very pretty.
I've noticed that it's much smoother after it's fired, rather than having to do so much sanding on the bottoms, that it's really quite smooth without doing much. Well, for right now, we have both. If it ever turns like flip-flop that people only want to use B112, then we would maybe let go of speckled buff. But for right now, it's not going anywhere. We're just going to run both and see how that goes, and we may just keep it that way.
Is the color the same?
The color's very close.
Very close, lovely. The only thing I noticed with the B112 is it's a lot wetter. And it takes a lot longer to get leather hard unless you put it outside or dry it or whatever. So plan on a little more time working with it because it's a lot wetter than the speckle buff. But I love working with it.
Yeah, the outcome is just beautiful. Okay.
You have somebody you've got somebody set up to help move that clay into the monitor station. You and I did it last time.
Yes, the answer is there is, and Ron was here yesterday, and he's trying to. The question was, does he have a team of people that are willing to help move the clay? Because Tom and I ended up doing it ourselves last time. But that was a Marjan load. Marjan will not bring it inside the building. Blick, when they deliver to us, they delivered our B-Mix yesterday. They brought it right back behind the desk and loaded it on the pallets, on the little carts for us. So they've been great. But yes, now that Ron isn't trying to run two different positions, he does have some guys that will help him, and he scheduled the load from Blick for when he's here. But they're great about putting it
But that's quite a job to do that.
It is. It's a very good one.
Yeah, it's a big deal to get that in. So anyway, so people need to help out. And you see that out there, willing to help, because it's pretty hard for girls and guys, older guys to pick that stuff up. It's very heavy.
50 pounds a box, and then you're moving 1,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight. In fact, I think we had 2,000 pounds that day.
Yeah.
We're pretty close to it. Okay, so Donna Oliver, are you here? No? Okay, and Ann Brown is not here. Deb Manchester, do you have anything for IT?
Not that I know.
Right now, I don't think we have anything. I know Linda Connell is back in town, and she has a list longer than everyone's arms of the things that she's trying to adjust and add to the system so that it works better.
If you have a wish list, please don't go directly to Linda Connell. Go to a board member or maybe even Debbie first, because Linda Connell will be overwhelmed. It's like Debbie said, she has last I knew, 3 pages of to-dos for us. But I'll tell you, that girl, she does magic. She works fast. Okay, and Laura Leo is not here. Oh, Facebook, Linda Hall. No, Linda Hall, she's always here. Oh, Betty's here, okay.
I wasn't prepared, but that's okay. The Clay Club for all you newbies has a Facebook Clay Club group page on Facebook. If you're not a Facebook aficionado, you can still join our club without having to go through all the hullabaloo of Facebook. Come on, request to join. If it's an older member and you haven't got on it, you're missing out. You get to post all our pictures, Noreen and all the teachers, they post the newbies that come on, and they're emphasizing to join the clubs. You get a lot of information there, and we don't limit what you post as long as it was play related. Just make sure you join. We've got close to 300 members now. We've got a couple that are past presidents and things that we leave on, but we don't, we don't let the bad people on.
Non-play members.
Non-play. So it's a lot of fun, and you can ask questions. We had recently some good questions that people answer, and it gives you more knowledge, because you can't keep going to all the people here all the time. Sometimes it's a question that everybody might be interested in, and that's the place to do it. That way you cover 300 members. Just go on. It's Sun City West Clay Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Betty.
Oh,
Okay.
one more thing. Jude has, Jude, our wonderful person, has agreed to take over Facebook group. Starting next year. I personally have got to give up lots of stuff, and she's agreed to take it on. So, any questions, ask her.
Thank you, Betty. And you've done a great job. Thank you. I guess I forgot to mention that November 14th, 2024 was Jude Day. So, okay, so we're ready for the drawing. We have some stickers and a couple of cards.
Yeah, lots of people.
We'll do.
Call it out now. Yep.
We'll look it up.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Gretchen.
Woohoo! Way to go, Gretchen.
31. 31.
Sue Clark.
17.
You're winners. Woohoo!
Jerry Whelan. Jerry Whelan.
Where's Jerry? Oh, there you are.
49.
Betty Cole.
13.
These girls are fast. I have to start running.
Suzanne Tosh. Is it Tosh? Toshi? Yeah. Toast. Toast. Okay, I said it right the first time. Okay.
All right, Suzanne, thank you.
Thank you.
Last but not least,
Pam Lake.
Pam deserves an award for all the classes she's done this month. Okay, any comments from the members? No comments made. I make a motion to close the meeting. Daphne.
Who's second? Okay. Janet, okay. Sorry, you're on the other one.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.